Welcome to Leading Beyond Limits, the podcast where we explore the extraordinary journeys and insights of remarkable leaders who have pushed the boundaries of what's possible. Your host, Angel Radcliffe, who is a digital transformation leader, author, speaker, and financial educator, will lead each episode and dive deep into the stories, strategies, and philosophies that have empowered these exceptional individuals to lead, inspire, and achieve beyond the ordinary. We're about to embark on a journey of discovery and inspiration, and together, we'll learn what it takes to lead beyond limits. So grab your cape, or at least your favorite coffee mug, because we're about to unravel the extraordinary tales of trailblazers who've turned impossible into I'm possible. Let's get started.
Welcome to Leading Beyond Limits. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here before, I want to thank you for coming back. I'm Angel Radcliffe, and I'm the founder of Leading Beyond Limits. Today's episode is not just the start of a new season. It's a return, a reset, and it's a recommitment. It's been over 1 year since this last episode of the podcast, and I have to acknowledge that up front, not with an excuse, but with intention. Over the last year, I've been doing the work that leadership actually demands when no one is watching, delivering complex programs, leading through uncertainty, building new frameworks, listening more than speaking, and observing what leaders are really struggling with behind closed doors. Because here's the truth most leadership content won't say out loud. Leadership doesn't pause when your calendar clears. It intensifies when it doesn't. And the best leaders I know weren't asking for more noise. They were asking for clarity. They wanted space to think, and they wanted someone to help them slow down long enough to make better decisions. That's why this podcast is back. It's not louder. It's not flashier. It's more grounded and more useful. Season 2 of Leading Beyond Limits is built for leaders who are done chasing perfection and they're ready to lead with intention. This season will be a mix of 2 formats. First, conversations. Real interviews with leaders, operators, change makers who are navigating complexity, trade-offs, and pressure in real time. Not highlight reels, not theory, but lived leadership. And second, here's something new that we're bringing to the show. Weekly leadership micro scenarios. They're short, focused leadership moments, a single situation, a single decision, one single tension. Because leadership rarely shows up and as a grand speech or perfect plan. It shows up in those small moments that are very complex, that are compound. Think about the meeting where the data is incomplete, the conversation that you are constantly avoiding, that decision that needs to be made before you feel ready. These scenarios will be narrated, reflective, and practical. They are designed to meet you where you are and not where the textbook says you should be. I want you to think of these as like leadership reps, mental training for real-world scenarios. I want to talk about why the micro scenarios matter. These are kicking off live on LinkedIn, I'm sharing on Substack. You'll get them weekly here on the podcast. If you want to be engaged, you can head on over to my LinkedIn profile, stay engaged and stay tuned, stay a part of the conversation. But most leaders don't fail because they don't know enough. They struggle because they hesitate in the moments that matter. They wait for more certainty, more alignment, more permission. But leadership rarely gives you 100% of the information. It gives you 70% and a deadline. And what you do in that gap is really the difference between momentum and stagnation, between trust and erosion, between confidence and second guessing. These scenarios are designed to build the decision muscle, not by telling you what to do, but they're going to help you reflect on how you think. Because the quality of your leadership is tied directly to the quality of your thinking under pressure. The quality of your leadership is tied directly to the quality of your thinking under pressure. Each scenario asks one simple thing. What would you do here? And just as importantly, why? This new season is bringing new energy. The season is different because the audience is different. You are now more experienced. You're carrying more responsibility, and the cost of getting it wrong feels higher. You don't need motivational noise. You need perspective. I'm not giving you another checklist. You need discernment. That's the lane this podcast is stepping into. And we're going to talk about so many amazing topics: leading without full certainty, navigating the power without losing humanity, making decisions when there's no perfect option, holding empathy and accountability at the same time. Have you done that? Try that. Let me know how that scenario works out for you. And building resilience that actually lasts. I don't want you to think about these topics or scenarios as buzzwords. These are daily practices. These are what you need to be encompassing in your leadership journey. I want to say this very clearly. This podcast is not about me having all the answers. No one has all the answers. It's about creating a space for better decisions. It's about creating a space for better questions. I always share what I've learned. I'll share what I've seen work, and I'll be honest about what did not. And that's one thing many people love about me. I keep it real. I don't sugarcoat. I am the most transparent leader you will ever meet, because leadership isn't about being flawless. It's about being responsible with your influence. If you're here, it's because you care about how you lead, and that already puts you ahead of the curve. So I want to break down really what you can expect each week and how you can engage this season. When you hear a micro scenario, I don't want you to rush past it. I want you to pause. I want you to let it marinate, let it sit, and then ask yourself, what's my instinct here? What am I afraid of? What would I do if I just trusted myself a little bit more? And when you listen to an interview, make sure you listen for the parts that are not being said. The hesitation, the trade-offs, those moments of doubt. That's where leadership lives. This podcast is meant to be a companion, something you listen to on a walk, if you're in the car, if you're in between meetings. This is your space to recalibrate before you step back into the noise. Leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about having the courage to decide, the humility to reflect, the discipline to learn from every outcome. Season 2 of Leading Beyond Limits is an invitation. This is your invitation to lead with intention, to move even when certainty is incomplete, and to remember that growth does not happen in those big moments. It happens in small, consistent choices, one decision at a time. If this season resonates with you, I want you to subscribe, share it with a leader who's caring a little bit more than they let on, and most importantly, stay curious. I plan to drop new episodes each week with micro scenarios, and in between, we'll hear real-world interviews from lived leadership experiences. Leadership micro scenarios, conversations that matter, and reflections designed to help you lead beyond limits. Welcome to Season 2. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you for tuning into another inspiring episode of Leading Beyond Limits. If you enjoyed today's conversation and want to hear more from our incredible guests, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review us on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback means the world to us. And if you have a remarkable leader in mind who you'd like to hear on our show, or any questions and comments, feel free to reach out to us. You can find our contact information in the show notes. Remember, leadership knows no bounds, and with the right insights and determination, you too can lead beyond limits. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars and leading with purpose.
Hey, y'all. As a growing family, my husband and I love game night, especially when it's Wayfair edition.
Let's do it. You gotta name as many Wayfair furniture and decor categories as you can. Ready? Go.
Sofas, bar stools, beds, ottomans, outdoor seating, bookshelves, kitchen tables, garden sheds, mid-century modern lamps.
Time. Nice. You got 9 out of a lot. Not too bad. Keep practicing by visiting wayfair.com, where you can shop every style for every home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.